a good thing that I'm saving this for this video. For this video in general. You know what this is? You want to know? Guess this? Boom, baby! The Uncharted movie that is coming out. I just thought that would be a good idea to bring in. Alright, roll the intro. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Daily Reacts TV here, and it is that time where 2021 is gonna end. And why not do a video, 2 videos of top 10 lists to end off 2021 and a good note. And I'm wearing my new sweatshirt. I kind of already wore it in my Ghostbusters video on my gaming channel. I played Ghostbusters Remastered, and last was part 2. I just recently got finished filming that, so I'm filming these videos and for TV, and then I gotta get pumped up for January, which you guys already know the announcement, reviewing the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV show. Very excited for that. And then also, we are going right back into Men in Black, and of course, we're going to Jumanji, so you guys will see those. And then I actually thought of it, and I think I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to do all Ghostbusters movies. Not Ghostbusters 2016, the original 2 Ghostbusters movies. So, today I'm going to do my top 10 best films of 2021. This was a hard list. I had to rewatch some of these movies to know what's on the list. And thanks to my mom's best friend, she helped me realize that this list could not be easier, but it could be, if you catch my drift. So, let's get into it. Starting at number 10 spot is You Will Be Found, Dear Evan Hansen. I can't even say that a lot of you guys are going to criticize me for adding this on the list. It's a good movie. It was everything I wanted from a movie in general. Dear Evan Hansen has a good story, but it means something to people. And a lot of people need to see this story, because if you don't have a story like Dear Evan Hansen, what kind of life are you living, you know? So when I saw Dear Evan Hansen with my grandma, I was not expecting to like it. I was just going to be like, yeah, it's another musical, what the frick ever. But when I got out of there, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a really good movie. I was not expecting to like it, but I did. I actually really enjoyed it more than my grandma. I listened to the songs while I'm doing homework. Hell, I even listen to the songs while I'm editing videos. Like, their songs are good. Waving Through a Window, You'll Be Found, For Forever. Like, any Dear Evan Hansen song is phenomenal, and it's great. So, I say watch it. It's a good movie. So, yeah, number 10, Dear Evan Hansen. Starting in the number 9 spot with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson driving a boat, and that's Jungle Cruise. Same as Dear Evan Hansen, I was not expecting to like this movie. I was expecting to hate it, but when I walked in to go see it with my sister on the school week, and when I was getting used to working at the movie theater, I walked out and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this movie. I thought it was fantastic, had good story development, character development, and it has a good romance between Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Lily is her name. Because this movie made me cry. I think this was the first ever movie to make me cry in the theaters besides Endgame and besides the rest of the Harry Potter movies. So, Jungle Cruise had that, it had that message, like, hey, don't judge a book by its cover, and maybe you will, work with them. It's just, it worked so well in this film that I was not expecting to love it. I was expecting to hate it because the trailers looked awful. The story looked like it made no sense, and plus it's based on a Disney ride. So I just went in there open-minded, and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I still think it's a good movie, but I wasn't as hyped as I was when I did the review, and you know, it's still a good film. I still enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah. Yeah, so, number 9, Jungle Cruise. Starting at number 8 spot was a dude with 10 rings trying to defeat his dad and save everyone. Is Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings. I even gotta say, this was the first ever Marvel movie that surprised me this year, besides Spiderman No Way Home. But it has good story into it and good character arcs. I was a little harsh on the movie, yes, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. The characters, the story, and of course the action scenes were pretty cool. And I thought there was a romance between Shang-Chi and his sister Katie. Not his sister, his friend Katie. But it didn't work, it didn't go well. So if they do it in the sequel, can you give it to us? Because I highly enjoyed this film for what it was. And I want to thank Marvel for fixing their problems with Black Widow, which is in the top 10 worst films of 2021. But I will defend the sister again. I just recently rewatched Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings recently, and she was better than I remembered, because I remember not liking her the first time I saw this movie. So I'll give you that. Yeah. Starting at number 8 spot. Wait, I already did it. 8 spot, didn't I? Yeah. Starting at number 7 spot is basically a kid who lives with 10 sisters and got his own Netflix series with the musical, and that is the Loud House movie on Netflix. And I know you guys are going to say, Daily, why is there a Netflix movie? There's only like 2 more Netflix movies on this list that were released in 2021, so calm the frick down. But you're like, Daily, why is there a Netflix movie on here? Why? Why? Because I enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah, I didn't do a movie review on it, but it was enjoyable for what it gave me. Lincoln Loud is still a phenomenal kid in his series. So when in this movie, it was really good. Like, I was expecting maybe not to like it because it's a Nickelodeon movie, and some Nickelodeon movies do not go so well. But I really do like how they do the Loud House in this movie. It made them think that they're always the family that screw up and everything. But it works. It works for the story. It works for the characters. Like, you know the Loud House is a good movie. The Loud House movie. So yeah, I say in the number 7 spot is the Loud House movie. It's phenomenal. It's enjoyable. I say check it out on Netflix. So yeah, number 7, the Loud House movie. Yeah. There's something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? My number 6 spot, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Which, by the way, I was excited for, finally, for a Ghostbusters movie. A lot of you guys don't know, I reviewed Ghostbusters Afterlife on the channel, and it worked. Like, I went in there with no high expectations, and I come out, it was enjoyable. I really enjoyed the movie. It actually made me cry. And I saw this movie, get this, 5 times in the theater. 5 times. Before work, after work, before work again. The first time I saw it was with my friends Ethan and Jeremiah. This film had so much enjoyment out of me. Not only because the original Ghostbusters are in it, not only because the characters work, not only because Paul Rudd did it, it's respecting Harold Ramis' story, Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis' story in the Ghostbusters series. I could not defend how much I love Ghostbusters Afterlife. I recently just got into a conversation with someone last night while I was working, and he said, is Ghostbusters Afterlife good? And I was like, hell yeah, it's good. It's one of the best movies of 2021 in my opinion. And the reason for that is because how they developed from 1984, from the first Ghostbusters, to this film. When I saw that in the film, and I saw how they developed from the original movie to this one, I was like, okay, I'm on board with it. Thank you guys so much for this. And I want to thank Sony for fixing their god-awful film 2016 version of Ghostbusters by giving us a 3rd installment, even though the game is our 3rd installment. But it worked very well, and I was really happy what they did with it, besides screwing it up for other people. So I say number 6, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Starting at number 5 spot by slicing people in the mirror and saying, say my name, CMan 2021. And I know what you guys are going to say, Daily, you bashed on it a little bit. Yes, but I was a little harsh on it as well. Now, I did rewatch the movie again, and let's be honest, I was a little harsh on it. Little. But it still gave me enjoyment every time I watch it. I remember when I went in the theater to go see it with AJ, he left me during a jump scare. Yeah, thanks AJ, but I still enjoyed it for what it was, and that's why I think CMan deserves to be on the list. Because if it wasn't on the list, then there would be problems. Loads. And I mean loads of problems if it wasn't on the list. So I say number 5, CMan 2021. Starting at number 4 spot is, of course, Fear Street 1889. Now, a lot of you guys are saying, why is the third one on the 4th spot of the list? Well, that's because the second one is the worst one out of the list, and the first one is the best one out of the list, which is on this list, by the way. But it has joy for me. It has the horror that I needed. It has the scary parts I needed. And most of the scenes were actually really entertaining to see. I mean, yeah, the movie does get boring, but it still had enjoyment. I still enjoyed it for what it was and what it gave me. Fear Street 1884. I say watch it. Yeah, so yeah, it deserves in the number 4 spot. Before I get to my top 3 favorite films of 2021, I want to know what your guys' favorite movie of 2021 is on your top 10 list. And tell me in the comments below for that. As always, smack like, subscribe if you haven't already, turn notifications, and go to the links in the description to my gaming channel, my 3rd channel, my Discord server, and my 4th channel with the Morosis Bros. Alright, back to the list. Starting at number 3rd spot is Fear Street 1994. I'm going to be completely honest. I was shocked when I saw this. Skylar made me watch the Fear Street movies. And by the times I watched them, I was addicted to Fear Street. This one and the 3rd one. The second one sucks. Oh my gosh. The second one sucks. Without a doubt. I just rewatched it and it was the worst thing I have ever seen. In my opinion. But it had so good enjoyment and it works for what it was. It does have some good horror. It does have some good twists into it. But it works so well. And I'm really happy Fear Street 1994 made it on the list. So I didn't remember. Okay. So this was hard between this one and number 1. But I had to. So this guy is a bank. He goes by the name of Guy. And he plays by Ryan Reynolds. You guessed it. In my number 2 spot, Free Guy. Oh boy, you guys are gonna hate me for putting this on the number 2 spot, man. It was hard because it was this one or the number 1 spot, but it was still good. I still enjoyed it for what it was, and it still had a good story. I got the comedy, the story was pretty funny, Ryan Reynolds was perfect for the role of Guy. The one scene where Ryan Reynolds pulls out Captain America's shield, dude's like, and he takes out the Hulk fit. Phenomenal film. Free Guy is still enjoyable, and I now have it on Blu-ray. Hang on. See? Blu-ray. So, I like Free Guy. I think Free Guy is one of the best movies of 2021. But you guys are wondering, what is your number 1 favorite movie of 2021? And you guys knew this was my most anticipated 2021 movie, and it succeeded. And that is Spiderman No Way Home. I was so nervous for Spider-Man No Way Home. Mostly because I was not expecting the film to be so great. I was expecting it maybe to disappoint, but it didn't. It made the film so much better than I expected. Spider-Man No Way Home has a good story, is dark, more action-packed. Tom Holland nails it as Spider-Man now. And now he is more mature than any Spider-Man. Not more mature than Maguire's, not more mature than Andrew Garfield, but mature. He's a mature Spider-Man. And that is why Spider-Man No Way Home is number 1 of the best movie of 2021. Thank you guys so much for enjoying this top 10 list. Like I said, I would love to know what you guys think of my list of 2021, favorite movies of 2021, and I will see you guys at my top 10 worst films of 2021. This will premiere tomorrow, and then the next one will premiere on New Year's Eve while I'm working. So you guys already know the drill because I already said it before I got to the top 3. As always, I'm Daily Reacts. Take care.